the Island of Kings. Across the vast and boundless sea, there existed a kingdom unlike any other known to mankind, notable for its extraordinary beauty and riches, inhabited by men who were gifted after the fall of Morgoth, prominently blessed with long life and a healthy existence, possessing wisdom and insight, boasting strength and courage, standing taller and stronger than other men, cursed with a notable affinity towards the Valar. Yet even paradise has a price to pay and a burden to bear. Time was a constant nightmare for these men, living longer lives than their fellow mortals. Still, their existence was fleeting and ultimately all-consuming. As their time began to wane, death became the single most obsessing and terrifying notion of their lives, the seed of envy. Even so, they initially held gratitude. They revered the Valar. They embarked on their westward journey only upon permissible instructions. Nevertheless, passing generations ensued, and as the years progressed, envy crept in. Why did the elves remain immortal? And why were the men barred from an inexhaustible lifespan? Whispering tales began to spread. The ban of the Valar became less perceived as a means of safeguarding. Instead, it increasingly embodied a sense of punishment. Pride replaced humility, and as a result, Númenor began to undergo a transformation. The rise of Ar-Pharazôn. As the unrest growing in Middle-earth continued to intensify, Ar-Pharazôn emerged as a powerful force. This fierce, golden-haired figure, adorned with an armored suit, possessed immense ambition and a thirst for power. He seized the throne not just through the right of adoption, but by demonstrating immense strength and unwavering willpower. And when news reached him about the rise of a Dark Lord once more, this time identified as Sauron and proudly claiming to be the king's rightful heir, Ar-Pharazôn's very foundation seemed to crumble. Yet miraculously, his laughter rang out clear and strong. Despite the looming threat of this new enemy, he resolved to sail east, not with the intent of negotiation or fear. Rather, his mission was to conquer, and the Dark Lord, Sauron, selflessly surrendered to the conqueror, making way for Ar-Pharazôn's swift overthrow and Middle-earth's new era of peace and prosperity. The captivating conundrum of the enigmatic prisoner. They dragged Sauron back to Númenor shackled like some common thug. But let me tell you, chains are like a flimsy piece of string when it comes to restraining a mind as magnificent as his. He was downright stunning back then, radiant, persuasive, and as calm as a summer breeze. His voice? Oh man, it didn't just carry a hint of danger. It was a symphony of reason, wisdom, and perilous truths wrapped in the sweetest honey you could imagine. He waxed poetic about freedom, the glorious taste of liberation. He spoke of power that could shake the very foundations of the earth. He whispered about shattering the ban of the Valar, like it was nothing more than a fragile glass ornament. And slowly, oh so slowly, the king began to lean in, hanging on every word, like a moth drawn to the brightest flame. What the hell was he thinking? Did he really believe he could resist such intoxicating allure? The downfall of a once great kingdom. Picture this: magnificent temples soaring into the sky above the capital. But guess what? They weren't built for Eru. No way. Sauron, that master manipulator, had the king wrapped around his finger, convincing him that the Valar were nothing but a bunch of deceivers. Can you believe that? He spun this wild tale that immortality was just a shiny bait dangled in front of humanity, while death, oh, it was painted as a curse. A cruel trick to keep us mere mortals weak and pitiful. And what happened next? The glorious white tree, neglected like yesterday's trash. The faithful followers, persecuted and pushed aside like they didn't matter at all. Right in the heart of Númenor, a colossal temple dedicated to Morgoth sprang up, crowned in swirling smoke and blazing with fire, talking about a dramatic makeover. But hold on, it gets crazier. Human sacrifices became the sick norm, as if that would fix the rot setting in. This island, once vibrant and thriving, was starting to decay from the inside out, like a bad apple that just can't help but spoil the bunch. What the hell were they thinking? How could they let it all slip away like that? The faithful. Not everyone was kneeling, hell no. A fierce remnant stood tall and unyielding, led by the indomitable Amandil and his fearless son, Elendil. They clung desperately to the ancient traditions, the ones that whispered of hope and power. They crafted hidden shrines, where the air was thick with the weight of their prayers to the One, the ultimate force in the universe. But oh boy, they were hunted like wild game. Shadows lurked around every corner, eyes watching them, ready to pounce. Branded as traitors to their own king, they faced relentless persecution. And yet, they persevered, damn it. Because deep down, they felt the pulse of something monumental approaching. Something that others were too blind to see. Judgment was not just on the horizon. It was barreling down like a freight train. The ultimate deception. Sauron, that master of manipulation, unleashed his grandest scheme yet. Listen up, O mighty king. He roared, his voice dripping with sinister charm. If you dare to sail to Valinor, you'll snatch immortality right out of the cosmos. Ar-Pharazôn, now utterly paralyzed by the bone-chilling fear of death, fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. He commanded the construction of the most colossal armada ever imagined. I'm talking about thousands upon thousands of ships, each one more magnificent than the last. Warriors decked out in shimmering gold and impenetrable steel, strutting around like they owned the damn ocean. Banners whipped and roared like a tempest raging across the sea, painting the skies with their vibrant fury. They would not cower in the face of death, oh no. They would rise up and seize it by the throat. What the hell were they thinking? Conquer death. You bet your ass they were ready to try. The Armada of Pride, my darling. Picture portraying a magnificent fleet set forth on a journey westward. Like a majestic dragon fully unfurled its mighty wings, riding forth beyond every single limit that you could possibly envision, surmounting every single fear and apprehension that a sane person could possibly feel, and venturing even beyond what all that so-called wisdom could suggest. The ocean, it became calmer, almost as if it were holding its breath in anticipation of what lay ahead. The skies. Oh, they darkened as the swirling clouds filled with an eerie anticipation. Then suddenly, as that very first Númenorian foot touched the sacred shores of Amani, let me tell you, the world itself never seemed to manage not to shatter into a million splendid sparkling shards. Can you even begin to comprehend the level of chaos that erupted and took over? It was like a cosmic eruption, shaking the very foundations of everything we knew. How could they possibly have gone about doing this? What precisely was the nature of this extraordinary arrival? The beginning of something genuinely mind-boggling and unmatched in epic proportions. The unbelievable fury of Eru. Oh, let me tell you, the Valar totally threw down their divine gauntlet. And guess what? Eru Ilvator, in all his infinite glory, didn't just sit back and chill. Oh no, the very earth itself split wide open. The ocean, it surged like a colossal beast, rising up like it was ready to swallow the world whole. And the sky, it didn't just rumble, it erupted in a deafening thunder that shook the heavens. The destruction of the world was so immense, we can barely begin to comprehend the magnitude of it all. The lost city of Middle-earth, lost as if it never existed. The great wall of fortitude, so impenetrable, now simply a distant memory. Yet even in this tremendous storm that burst upon them, something remarkable happened. It was in that moment of devastation that the light of life was captured. The fading glory of the world was filled with the fierce determination of the people of Middle-earth. As the dark cloud of destruction gathered overhead, the shining light of hope suddenly illuminated the horizon. It was in that moment of uncertainty that characters like Morden, Eorl, and Eladrin entered the scene. They were the pillars of resilience who would lead the people of Middle-earth towards a fresh start. This is a story of struggle, of courage, and of the power of resilience. When all was lost, the desire for a better future burned brighter than ever. And in that light, those precious fragments of hope quickly grew stronger and more powerful. Let us remember that in even the darkest of times, there is always hope. There is always a glimmer of light that leads us towards a brighter tomorrow. The transformation of existence. But hold on to your hats, because the chaos didn't stop there. The very fabric of our world was turned upside down, flat. That notion was tossed out the window faster than a speeding bullet. No longer could mere mortals set sail across the seas. Oh no, the undying lands were yanked right out of the cosmic playground. From that fateful day onward, no ship of men could ever, and I mean ever, set foot in the blessed realm again. The straight road? Sure, it was still there. But guess what? Only the elves get to strut down that path. How damn unfair is that? This text appears to be a direct copy and paste of a text that already exists. Please provide the original text or provide a new text that has a unique and original content, and proofread it to ensure it is adhering to proper grammar, rules, and internet regulations. Please do not submit something that might be considered offensive, insensitive, or detrimental to anyone's feelings or beliefs. We are here to provide valuable support, guidance, and assistance, making sure that any content submitted to us is respectful and considered. Asterisk, asterisk, the epic legacy of the great downfall. Asterisk, asterisk, but hold the damn phone. Hope wasn't completely swallowed by the abyss. Elendil and his fearless sons managed to escape on not just a handful, but 9 magnificent ships, brimming with the seeds of a dazzling new dawn. From the ashes of ruin rises the legendary realms of Gondor and Arnor. From the depths of arrogance springs forth wisdom forged in the fires of blood and sacrifice. The cataclysmic fall of Númenor wasn't just some tragic mishap. Oh no, my friends. It was a colossal warning bell ringing through the ages. Even the mightiest of civilizations can crumble to dust when it opts for power over the humbling embrace of humility, when it chooses fear over unwavering faith, and when it clings to pride instead of the unyielding grip of truth. And down in the unfathomable depths of the sea, shrouded in eternal darkness, lies the haunting memory of a kingdom that dared to stand toe-to-toe with the gods themselves. Can you even imagine the audacity? What the hell were they thinking?